Hello, welcome back to the channel. How are we? Well, if you're like me, you will be absolutely deflated. As I always say at the beginning of these videos, please like, please share, please subscribe. Let's get to 200 subscribers before the season's out, and before I'm out, before the season's out. So this one is the post-match FA Cup quarter-final. Manchester City 4, Liverpool 0. Let's get to it, shall we? There's no way of sugarcoating anything from me here. I will try and not to use more than 6 expletives. If I do, you know I've lost the plot. Look, I put the team out around about 7 o'clock. I had no qualms about the team, none whatsoever. Okay, the setup is what I had the qualms about when we started playing. I wasn't far off the City team. I said they'll play the similar team that they played against Arsenal, and I think there was just one change, Gay coming in for Ake. So we knew what they were going to do and how they were going to play, and it's what we did today. I mean, people said that we did all right for the first 30 minutes. No, we didn't. We did not. We haven't got a player who will pass a ball to a player in the box who can finish a ball. But we have a player who shoots at every opportunity, weak or poor, and blazes it wide. And we know who that player is. I'll get on to the players when I've gone through the game. First half, Doku has a shot on the first minute. Wirtz at 3 minutes has a shot block. Jones wins a free kick. Kanate heads it, but straight into the keeper's arms. City get a corner. Mamardashvili gathers it easy. Good work by Jones, Wirtz and Ekitike, but Ekitike puts his shot wide. Nunes has a shot save. Salah has a chance on 14. Instead of getting his shot off early or looking to pass a square pass to Florian Wirtz to put the ball to the left of the keeper where it wasn't being defended, he decides to shoot and it's blocked by Kusavnov. And that just summed up Salah's game for me. Cherki has a chance, it was saved. Salah has another chance and it's wasted by him. 17, brilliant tackle by Kirkes. City were looking for a penalty. Corner for City on 19, it was cleared. 21, Jones wins a free kick. Sloboside takes it. We do nothing with that free kick. Gravenberg's booked by Oliver for what was not even a challenge. And 26, Ekitike has Liverpool's chance to put us 1-0 up. He hits it all on the half volley and it squirms wide and over. And then 29, City get a corner and it gets cleared. 33, Rodri gets a yellow card on a foul on Ekitike when Ekitike breaks. And then 33 minutes, we get a throw in. Gomez, it gets cleared, it gets played back out to Gomez. He puts it in. Van Dijk does a one-touch towards the penalty spot, but there's nobody around. He had time to take it down and have a shot himself, but he didn't. And then 35 minutes, City corner, it gets cleared. City recruit the ball. 36 minutes, penalty to City. Virgil van Dijk with a Sunday school stupid challenge inside the box. That's his 7th penalty he's given away this season. I was shocked when I saw that stat come out. 7th pen he's given away this season. And it was a pen all day long. Haaland takes it. We're 1-0 down, and yet we had the better chances before they scored. And from that moment on, we just stopped doing what we were doing, which wasn't very good, actually, with the system that Slot had got the guys to play with. City had so much possession of the ball, and we weren't hurting them. We were trying to counter them on everything we tried to do. We just did not have no style of play, and that is down to the training ground, and I've been harking on about this for months now. The training is absolutely dog shite at the AXA training ground, and that comes down to Arne Slot and his coaches. They are absolutely useless in setting up a team and playing from the training pitch onto the football pitch. It's not what I see when the training videos come out. It is not what I look at. So we go 1-0 down, and City start to dominate, don't they? Which you would do. And it wouldn't be too long before City score, and they score. I said on 43 minutes, City are on top in scoring. 43 minutes later, City, and I've put I put game over 2-0. Haaland, piss poor defending. Van Dijk, at the scene of the crime again, makes no attempt to close down Semenyo. He can read the move, but he's thinking, oh, he's not going to cross it. He's not going to get there. He's going to get there. He's going to cross it. But you didn't get there, and you didn't do the block. Ball gets played. You got to give every credit to Haaland. With his striking instinct, he takes Konate away, and then Konate's flat-footed as the ball comes in, and 2-0. Great header, great finish. Mamardashvili could do nothing with that. But it going 2-0 down just before half-time killed the game for Liverpool, because they weren't going to score 3 goals. They're never going to score 3 goals when you look at them. Second half, no changes by both teams. 49. Reds are nowhere near from our pass, which was a throw-in. From our throw-in by Joey Gomez, a Man City player wins it. He passes it to a teammate. The teammate passes it to Semenyo. He's clean through, round the back of Van Dijk, and there he is. 3-0. Virgil van Dijk at the scene of the crime again. Salah on 51 has a shot saved. 51 again, Cherky. He rips through Liverpool's team with ease. 53 minutes, Semenyo. He's on a bit of a high. He takes a pot shot from the halfway line, and it's just over the bar. 54, Salah has another chance of scoring. Absolutely wasted. Way, way over. Not even on target. He's leaning back on all his shots today. 56, yet again, City walk through. 5 passes, and Haaland gets his hat-trick from the edge of their box. 5 passes. We are all over the show at this point. The away fans start leaving in the droves. I mean, 8,000 were there today. 8,000, and they were brilliant getting behind the team. Absolutely brilliant. And they get fed that crap today. So 62 Nunes fouls, Ekitike, we get a pen. I'll tell you now, as soon as I saw Salah pick up the ball, I knew he wasn't going to score. He just was not going to score. It was a good save by Trafford, but the pen was shocking, and it just summed up Salah's game today. Absolutely shocking game for him. So subs are made in between those two there, because I forgot to mention Frimpong had come on for Gomez. On 66, Maka and Ngumo and Gakpo come on for Gravenberch, and Ekitike, and that is the worst decision Slot has made. He should have whipped off Salah at that point, but he didn't. He thought he'd leave him on. Is that because he thought he was the best one to score a goal? Well, not on today's evidence he wasn't. He wouldn't have scored this time next year the way he was playing. He was absolutely garbage. Slot from the sidelines. 68, Frimpong cross gets cleared. 69, Cherky's off, Reinders is on, Semenyo's off, Foden on. 72 minutes. Corner for the Red. Salah takes it. Yes, you guessed it. It was wasted. 75, Maka has a shot. It's saved by Trafford, who incidentally was having a good game for City. 76, Marmoush is on for Haaland. Kaiser on for Salah. 76 minutes. I stopped writing then because we weren't doing anything. The team was all broken. The start was all broken. Full time, 4 minutes. So, Liverpool Football Club had an opportunity to get rid of Arne Slot in this international break, and they should have done it. And they didn't. Now, the pressure is now on Edwards and Hughes. Why have you left it this long? I wanted Arne Slot gone in November when we went through that horrendous run. I wanted him gone because he could not do anything in November to convince me by the time it came to April we would be fine. It's even worse for me. He just wasn't going to do anything, change anything. He hasn't got that in his locker. His coaches haven't got that in his locker. The training's shite. My eyes don't lie. They don't deceive me. Whatever I see in front of me is what's happening. And what I'm seeing is crap football from this manager and this team. Not the manager, he's a head coach. He's not even a head coach. Look, let's go through the players. Marmadashvili couldn't do anything about the goals. You know, it was just the players in front of him let him down. Gomez tried to do things okay. We tried to use him long throw-ins from both sides of the pitch. But when he was taking them, it was always frightening that if we lost the ball or didn't compete with the ball, that City would break quickly on us, and that was my worry. Kirkes, he did okay. Konate was left on his heels for the second goal. Yeah. Van Dijk, I'll tell you now, today is the day where you saw the demise of Virgil van Dijk. Because, as I said earlier, he was at the crime of all the goals today. All of them. Really, really was. Absolutely. I could rip him to bits today, but I won't do. I think I've said enough about him, but believe me, as far as I'm concerned, his Liverpool career has ended today because that was an embarrassing performance from the captain. Gravenberch, didn't get anything out from him. No idea where he was playing. He was caught out of position so many times when they were running. So, yeah, Slobosly. Got to blame the Hungarian coach. He played in, what was it, nearly 2 full games in the friendlies. He wasn't on it. He was knackered. He looked absolutely knackered on that pitch after 20 minutes. Wasn't winning his duels. Won a couple of tackles, but he had no energy. You could see he had no energy at all. Curtis Jones, I have to give praise where I have to give praise. I thought Curtis Jones was okay. Not brilliant, but he was okay. He wasn't the worst player on the pitch. He tried to knit things together. When he wanted to play a quicker ball, he couldn't because there was no options for him. Vert started the game brilliantly. Him and Ekatike working really well together. And then, obviously, the first goal went in, and then he went into his shell, and that was it. Ekatike, he should have scored, really. He had a couple of chances. First one was wide, I can understand that one, but the glaring half volley, he's got to hit the target. He really has. And that was a poor effort by him. Mo Salah. It's not happening, Mo. It stopped happening. You know, you can't be turning up here, there, everywhere like Galatasaray and not turn up against City, mate. You know, you were poor today and it showed. It was glaringly obvious. You look like a player that had been drafted in from the reserve team because you scored about 5 goals in the last game. But when it came to the big, massive opportunity to take your moment, you didn't, and you didn't today. You wasted your chances that you had. You could have squared it easily to Vert for Verts to shoot, but no, you wanted to have a shot, and it got blocked by Kuznetsov. You've got to be a team player, mate. Between now and the end of the season, you have to be a team player. You can't play like individuals. Subs came on. Maka, he did okay. Chiesa came on. Couldn't do anything. Replaced Salah on, whatever it was. Frimpong came on. Was lively. But again, the game was gone. Ungamoa come on. Again, lively. But the game was gone. So I was offering anything. Gakpo come on. Offered us nothing. The game was gone. So, you know, the annoying thing is, right, the player that came in for City today, Gay, who we should have signed at the beginning of the season, but was virtually done, and they were saying that Crystal Palace pulled out the deal. It wasn't, it was Liverpool, and we know it was Liverpool. Slot, Edwards and Hughes are the prime suspects for that. Talking about Gay, he's played us 5 times this season. Crystal Palace and Man City. Crystal Palace, is it 3 times? And Man City, he's never been beaten by us. And yet we didn't sign him. With hindsight, it's easy for me to talk about things like this, but it's the truth. There's no hiding from anything like this. I said this week was an absolutely massive week for Liverpool Football Club and Arne Slot. It was a pivotal week for us. It would mark our rest of the season. Well, we're not in the FA Cup anymore, so that's another trophy we ain't going to win. we ain't going to win the Premier League. That's 2 trophies. Champions League, people are saying, yeah, we're going to do it in the Champions League. We're going to do it we've done it before. We've done it before. Mates, honestly, I told you we weren't going to win the FA Cup, and I said about the Champions League, we're not going to win the Champions League with this manager and this team. We are not. There is no style of play that I can recognise with this team. Today was an absolute shambles of a setup by this coach. He's a UEFA A Pro licensed coach, and he sets up a Liverpool team like that against Man City with no recognised centre forward. How easy was it for Gay and Kushnerov not to have a recognised number 9? How easy was it from... I see a lot of drills being done at the AXA, shooting practice drills. One touch, bang, one touch, bang. We had opportunities in the box today and we didn't take them. We just did not set up right in the box when the ball was in the box. So, got a massive game on Wednesday. The noise is absolutely deafening coming out of Liverpool regarding Onslaught. Absolutely deafening. I have never known Liverpool fans at an away ground walk out after 58 minutes. Never. There were some left, yeah, they applauded the team off, but there was 8,000 Liverpool supporters there, and to watch that was really embarrassing. And when they walked out, that should tell FSG, look, you've got 3 men in charge, Slot, Edwards and Hughes. They haven't got a Scooby between them. They have not got a Scooby between them. And it's not going to happen, but I want Slot. The sooner he goes, the better it is going to be. For me, another Reds, because we can draw a line under the sand and we can get somebody in just to get us over the season, just to try and change the style of play, just to have a frigging go at winning a game of football. Football's an easy game made hard by coaches and footballers. That's the basic thing, And at the moment, there is such a massive gap between our head coach and the players. Massive. And there is nothing wrong with the squad. It needs 2 or 3 other additions in it. There is quality players in there. But I have to be honest, and what I saw today on some certain players, yes, I'm having a go at Virgil van Dijk, the captain, and this is my only opinion. Look, he's a senior player, but that was a moment I thought today we need another centre half there, and that's just the way I feel. Now you tell me, am I being overreactive? Let's have a conversation in the comments. Do you think Onslaught should still be in charge till the end of the season? You know my thoughts. I wanted him gone in November. I wanted him gone in this international break, but I knew it wasn't going to happen because I was told he's staying till the end of the season. I thought it was a mistake to be saying that, giving it to journos like Ornstein and Joyce, feeding that information out to the supporters. And you know what compels this madness of a season that we've got? is that FSG are telling the supporters you're going to cough up next season because we'll have Slot in charge. Really? You think you can fill Anfield watching that dross of football from the locals? You know, no chance. True going football fans of Liverpool, not your tourists that fly in, stay a couple of days in Liverpool and then fly out again after the game. No chance. This club the supporters deserve better. So I've already made my thoughts clear about the price increases, and I tell you what, there is action going to be taken on that by the supporters. Believe me, you know, there will be some protest on FSG about that because they now completely have gone deaf to what the supporters want from Liverpool Football Club as owners. So let's get back to the footy, shall we? We've got another game against PSG on Wednesday, as I've mentioned. I'm going to do a post-match. Sorry, I always say it, don't I? Post-match. I'm going to do a pre-warm-up on Tuesday, and with my coach's head on, I think Liverpool are going to be in trouble. FSG didn't have a game this weekend, or they played PSG. Played, was it yesterday? So they played yesterday. So they rested 8 players, 8 first team players. That's massive for them in the Farmers League. But they can do it, and they wanted to do it. So, yeah, another heavy loss with Slot in charge on Wednesday. I don't know what the reception is going to be like for the team against Fulham on Saturday at 5:30 kickoff. I really don't know. But, yeah, I'd love to wake up and tell you, or do your video and say, Slot's getting sacked in the morning. But he's not going to. He's not going to, because the decision's been made that he stays till the end of the season, which is wrong in my eyes, and it's wrong in many supporters' eyes. Right, look, enough of me being miserable. Thank you very much for watching this video. As I've said, please support the channel. There are going to be more shows next season, as I've already mentioned to you. Please subscribe. Please tell your mates to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to look at 200 subscribers before the season's out. I'd really appreciate if you could do all that for me. I'll speak to you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your Easter bank holiday weekend. Up the Reds.